Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we will be playing some Pirate Aggro. Yesterday I got debated by the patch gods again. I thought the patch was coming out. Apparently they took 2 weeks off instead of 1 week off, and I was very confused. So it's coming out next week. So that was all a big kerfuffle as I was waiting yesterday for the patch, ready to do a video, and then of course nothing came, and I just felt a bit sad. So we do have another week of Go Hard and Grand Plaza, but I think there is a bit of a silver lining in that because the patch has been pushed back a week, it's more likely that Grand Plaza will also, see a nerf as well. So that's good news. So because of that, because I'm a bit not sick is the wrong word, but a little fatigued of seeing Go Hard and Grand Plaza. Up until the patch, the rest of the decks coming out that I'll preview on this channel will probably be more, sort of meme things, more fun things to do in the game, less competitive, just, different ways, more fun, completely different things. But today we've got a very competitive deck, and a deck that I think, if you want a ladder right now, I think it's a pretty good option for you. Everyone knows that aggro decks in general tend to be better ladder decks, particularly if you're a good pilot of them, because your games are quicker and therefore you can ladder quickly. It's not something that I'm really a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of ladders in general, which I'll get into another time. But why is that? Well, if we talk about those two matchups that I mentioned before in Go Hard and Grand Plaza, this actually stands up fairly well to both of them. Now, Go Hard is not a favored matchup by any means, but this aggro deck can deal with Go Hard better than, say, like Jinx discard aggro. Discard aggro has a lot of 1 health units like Zornite Urchin, Jury Rig, the Poros from the Poro Cannon, right? So, and all of those die to Go Hard, of course, and they have a lot of 1 damage pings. Whereas the only 1 health units in our deck are Legion Saboteur and Precious Pet, and everything else has 2 or more. So it's more likely that our things will survive. Something like Crackshot Corsair is a much better 1-drop against something like Go Hard, right? Because it won't die, and you'll get the 2 damage on turn 1. And so that's somewhat important, and stuff like that can help you win the game. And against scouts or Grand Plaza decks in general, what you have there is the ability to essentially go under them. You essentially say to them, if you play Grand Plaza, you're probably going to die pretty quickly, and so that's the whole point behind that. There are some unfavorable matchups, so like Plaza Targon isn't great. They have a lot of healing with Star Shaping and with the 5/4 Daybreak card that I am forgetting the name of. But they have a lot of healing in that deck, so it can be a bit problematic. We do have some cool synergies, like Zap will always pull Fervor for us. Remember, Zap, of course, only a 3 cost or less. We are only running 6 spells, which are Decimate and Fervor. So the general game plan is you want to curve out pretty nicely because you're not going to have that many spells anyway. So that's kind of the whole point of the deck. So with that said, let's get into some games and see how we do. So it looks like we are coming up against a Zed Lee Sin. A bit of an older Lee Sin match than perhaps we're used to. So what do we want to do? We just want to go full aggro, I think. So I think we can drop a Corsair and maybe the Zap as well. Zap pulling Fervor. How important is Fervor? This is how I always evaluate Zap in this matchup. How important is Fervor? And I think it's not that important. Okay, we find Farron, so if we do get to the late game, we will have some ways of dealing some damage. I will play the Corsair here, I think. We might even go Corsair Pet. Do I want to trade this now? I think I will actually. We can gem next turn. Here, that make it a 2/2. It still can't block the Pet. Does he have any 1 damage? I don't think so. So yeah, I do like this. I prefer him using the gem on this than, something more scary. Could see something like Mountain Goat. This is a pretty good draw. Although not what I had in mind when I traded in this. Of course I thought I would be playing this. So we have a choice here. We could play you anyway. He would probably gem at that point. So let's maybe go with... If I do it on you, any gems, then I can just attack with this. It deals 4. If I attack with you, then that deals... He'll block. Deals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go with you.
No one's the wiser.
In race. Captain's orders. Bullet to the face.
Protector, shield me.
Goes for this. Interesting. Pale Cascade, Guiding Touch. Does go Guiding Touch. That's absolutely fine. Next time we got a nice development there as well.
Missed.
And we get in our damage. 6 damage. I was expecting him to block this. Considering, you know, it's probably a bigger threat. He does have Zed there. Do I care about this Zed? I don't think so. I think we just let it hit us. This time... Do I? Because then it can block the pet. Could become a threat, this Zed. So we'll just, like, if he has Zenith Blade in hand, we could actually lose. But otherwise we should be okay. Decimate not really what we were looking for, so we'll just attack with these two for now. He'll block. Whoa! My friend! How would you not block that?
The journey is difficult. These will protect you.
So we'll pass. Next time we'll probably play Jack. And then we should be pretty good. Like if we keep these alive. Ooh, GP.
They say
Just for the gem.
Protector himself.
Sonic, okay.
Remember my words. Be brave.
They won't suffer long. We go as one.
So now I think we do let the Zed hit us, and we probably go for something like that and just trade these off. I think I like that best. That puts him down on 6, so unless he has another Guiding Touch...
My skill is unrivaled.
unless he has another Guiding Touch, we should be good. What do we want to go? Do we want to go Jack first and then into you? That's probably best, right? How are we losing this game? This is always important to think about, right? When you're ahead, is how are we losing? And this is one way that we could lose this game, conceivably. So do I open attack here?
I promised a bloodbath.
You know, he probably doesn't want to trade. The fact we just drew second Decimate. If he plays Lee Sin and like has double spell, which he could, then that makes our open attack a lot worse. I could just go for this now and it might force a trade with him. I think I like that best. He probably, I mean, he has to block this, right? Just goes for Deep Med. You're looking for Palm, I guess.
Cut the breath from them.
So we found Palm. No, he found Guiding Touch. Okay, that's fine. That's much better than Palm. And he can't Palm me now. So he's down on 2. So obviously we can kill him with the Sleep of the Fishes. And now we won't overcommit. We'll make him, you know, suffer. I mean, he'll probably surrender because he sees that I have this in hand. But I also have this Decimate as well. So he's going to Nopify this, I think. And this is why we do this first. We don't play Gangplank here because he can have Nopify, and he does. Oh. Okay, he's running Healing Potion. Well then, we could be in a bit of trouble, I suppose. I will still go for this now. He can't Nopify this, so he needs like more healing, which he has. Okay, so we're playing against the one person apparently who has exactly what they need. If he develops, I don't know. We should be good. If he open attacks, we should be okay as well. I mean, I will block. Wow, has he actually got double healing potion into this? Can he beat us here? 8-5. No, that's not quite winning, is it?
You and me.
It is.
Let's go.
Wow. Wow, I can't believe we just lost that game to double healing potion, but maybe that's why you should run double healing potion in this deck. What a crazy game. I can't believe we just lost that game. That is insane. Ah, Leone Sol. This is probably one of the worst matchups we can have. I do quite like this opening hand. I think we want to go aggro. Something like Fervor can be really good in this kind of matchup. So we'll probably go for whatever does the most damage on turn 1. He could play Slurry Soldier. If he's got it, then we're in trouble. But if not, then we're looking pretty good. Because we can double develop these next turn. And of course, then open attack on turn 3. Ooh, so which one is more damage? Okay, play Slurry Soldier now, so more damage is probably you. Because of course this cannot block the Precious Pet next turn, so that's probably a little better. And also, I think we want to go Butcher as well. Now again, we don't want to go in for a development here. Wow. The problem is, what if he plays like anything but Solari Priestess? Like, it's such. If he plays Shield Bearer, it's such a big counter. If he plays another Solari Soldier, then we're fine. But if he plays Shield Bearer, then we're in trouble. But he could Solari Soldier into like single combat on Fortune, which wouldn't be great either. Our open attack here looks pretty good, I think. And it's too vulnerable to getting punched, so I just don't like it. I'm gonna go for this. That's a really tough call because, you know, if he does have like the single combat and he uses it now and sort of wastes the single combat there instead of saving it for the 5-4. Okay, he has Plaza. I think now we'll just go Corsair first. See, and that was the one where it's like, this isn't a punish, of course. So we'll wait for him to attack. Whatever he wants to develop. Now we have to hope it's not the lifesteal. It's not. Good thing is we know he has to attack. Thing is, do we use this now or do we just wait? There is a real consideration to wait because the lifesteal is the problem. So I think we do just wait. We play Fortune. He could have single combat now. So he doesn't. So this means he probably doesn't have single combat. Again, we get punished pretty hard for developing here, so I don't think we can. I think we just live with an attack. We're fine. This Misfortune is never leveling up or anything. We just want as much damage as we can. Of course, with Grand Plaza, he's going to attack us next turn. Get him down to 7. Potentially play Gangplank in. You know, it's unlikely whatever he has will have 2 health here, but if it did, then in theory. We will go GP here. Captain. And if he trades something into it, that would be rather nice. Just goes for that. Is that worth a fervor? Probably. Not using my mana elsewhere. Weird that he didn't develop. Normally you kind of have to. Lets it go. That's interesting as well. Let's look at this Butcher develop. We're just going to go wide on him here. There's Priestess, so he's looking for what? Comet? So if he... We'll see if he gets Comet here. We'll actually pass so that if he does, we can just play this. Our open attack is good enough anyway. So we don't need to develop the pet. If he goes for something like that as well, then that's fine also. That's why we save the mana, so that we can play the second game. Now he will level up when the Corsair bullet goes off. Again, I think we just want to open here. That's the correct order. Does order matter? Not when your opponent surrenders, it doesn't. So yeah, that one's a tough matchup, and we actually, I think, negotiated it pretty well. He got a bit unlucky, didn't find all his healing. Riven Lee Sin, my kind of thing, you know, try something new, try something different. I'm not sure it'll help him in this game, but it's nice to see. I mean, this is a... We're not attacking on 3. But I can go like 1, 2, 3. Potentially. It's a decent curve, let's stick with it. What healing does this have? Health potion?
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks
Cold
in me
and
boots.
hungry.
I'll show the
Don't block
hunters.
this. No. Well, Chris, what are you doing now? If he plays the other Reforge here, let's say that that's the most likely card to play, then developing the 1-drops is better.
Let's get him, crew.
He goes for Eye of the Dragon, then this was better. He did go for that.
Linger in the air.
Do I trade these now? Do I trade these?
This'll shake 'em.
I think I do. I think if I can trade this into a 1-drop, that's better because it can block a lot of things in theory. It can block a lot of more damage, I think, in theory.
Carry your own gear.
I mean, if he doesn't block, then that's fantastic as well.
Cargo!
Missed.
Okay. So. That's pretty nice.
I need just a moment.
I'm gonna pass here. He could pass back. But it's likely he has the quick attack. And he's gonna have to use it there.
For glory.
You have to drag it, my friend. Whoa.
No prey. No
I'll
prey.
happily skip. And I am gonna develop here, I think. Second fortune, that'll be good on the old next turn. I am gonna develop. I'm gonna try and hit him as hard as I can.
Past is a burden we must learn to bear.
For the Empire.
For the Empire!
The few for the many.
And he's gonna block this misfortune.
I've got us covered.
If he doesn't, then that's good for us.
No looking back.
Wonderful. The more damage, the merrier, as I always like to say. Goes down to 4. This very nice make it rain here as well. That's lethal. Casey goes for, I don't know, Lee Sin here or something.
These hands no metal and
Not quite Lee Sin. Do I go for this make it rain now? I think so. Okay, didn't hit this, which is a bit frustrating, but it's okay. That's probably the worst things we could have hit overall, but it dealt 1 damage to the Nexus. Goes for the 2 attack and the overwhelm. But that means that he cannot cast
Even shattered hearts mend.
Blade of the Exile this time. Should be okay. I will block if he attacks with this.
I'll cut them apart. You're mine. Remember me.
I mean, in theory, this is lethal. So something of 2 mana that health potion. Am I forgetting something else?
War Mason, reporting for duty.
Is there something else that I'm forgetting? I don't think I am.
The Empire proud.
I'm not. Boom!